Welcome to Unequal Sequel.
Extra.
Insert sequel pun here.
You couldn't think of one, could you?
No, it's the best I've got. I thought that was clever and witty.
I mean, it was a thing.
It was. Do you know what? I committed to it, and that's half the problem.
It got you out of a hole, didn't it, mate?
Exactly. Welcome, one and all, you lovely listeners. My name is Dave. I'm one of the two hosts. That name over there, the guy who I'm looking at the moment, but you can't see, is Rich. He's the other guy of this podcast. There's only two of us currently. What are we doing today, Rich?
We are doing our monthly roundup. So it's our
Monthly.
October roundup. Sorry,
It's October, yes.
Maybe a little sing song.
Yeah, that's right. Monthly roundup. Da-da-ba-da-ba-doo. Yeah, it's the end of October, guys. Happy Halloween by the time you're listening to this.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be a couple of days beforehand. Hope you've had a good one. It's gone very quickly for me, Rich. How about for you?
Yeah, it's been quite an intense October.
You've been busy.
Yeah.
Because not only we had lots and lots of recording and watching lots and lots of sequels, and I'm going to reiterate, not many good ones.
No. And also a lot of horror. And we know that's not my genre. Right,
well, that is a teaser what's coming up. But we've got off lightly without not watching much horror.
Yeah, previously, you mean?
Previously,
not too
in the
much.
other seasons, and now in a couple of episodes, someone really went for it.
And also, we've done quite a lot of horror-y kind of stuff because we watched all 3 Halloweens, didn't we? So that added 3 horror movies to my roster.
Yes. Shall we quickly talk about the episodes? Can you remember the ones we've done this month? This is always my favourite part of the
was Hocus Pocus 2 this month?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so that was this month. And obviously we've done Halloween Ends.
That is also this month.
Big old pile of turd. And what else did we do? We did Taken 2, didn't we?
We did. You've remembered all the extras. Congratulations, sir. And we've also started season 4. And we've done 3 episodes. Can you remember the 3 people we have released so far?
Yeah, of course I can. So,
of course you fucking liar. You don't remember.
I can't remember what day it is. What happened 3 weeks ago? We recorded these all a long time ago, right? So it's It's not that I can't remember what happened last week. We did genuinely record these a long time ago. But we recorded with Ethan Lawrence. We recorded with... I can see his face and I can't remember his name.
It's Boyd.
Boyd Hilton. Of course we did. Oh, God. I was literally talking to my dad about it yesterday, about Big Banther movies. We recorded with Boyd Hilton and, of course, Jamal Ford Robinson, who I'm not going to forget.
And they were all brilliant, and I loved every single one of them, hasn't it? It's been a busy month. Shall we get to some of the correspondence? If I can work out technology.
Oh, he's been chatting to us this month.
Well, we put it out. What do people think of Halloween Ends? And we got a couple of bites.
Okay.
And one of them was from basically not just another kids podcast.
Oh,
He sent us a message on Twitter, and then Road to Nowhere said they've just finished the Halloween episode and they loved it. And then he added that he agrees with us that it's fucking dog shit.
Yes, yeah.
But
good.
Russell from Not Just Another Kids whispered, I liked it.
Russell!
Teaser for everyone. We're recording with Russell tomorrow for his podcast.
Yeah, we're going to guest on his podcast, so listen out for that one.
We are going to ask him.
Oh, yeah. What the actual fuck? Because I mean, look, it's all opinions, right? So everyone's got different opinions about different things, but it's kind of trash, that movie.
I read a quote today from the director, David Gordon Green, and he's come out kind of defending what his choices are. And he's like, I'm sorry, I can't please everyone, which is actually
you can't
true.
Please everyone, but it would be nice to please some people. Like,
I think if you're making a Halloween film, you should try and keep it Halloween-y, and not drop that character into a a last-minute film. It reeks of desperation, David.
Sorry, mate. I know nobody sets out to make a bad film and everything, but you did.
Yeah. We've also, Regan has commented on Hocus Pocus 2.
Oh, cool.
Well, she's not really about Hocus Pocus 2, but she believes Hocus Pocus is Sarah Jessica Parker's best ever film, best performance. And now you disagree with this.
LA Story for me, but yeah.
Not Sex and the City 2?
No. Not Sex and the City 2. LA Story, I love. I think it's a great movie. And I think she's really good in it. She's very young in it, but I think she's pretty good in it. So, yeah, there you go. That would be my choice for her top billion. But fair play. She's pretty good in Hocus Pocus.
Yeah. I can't actually remember many other films that Sarah Jessica Parker's in.
No. I
mean, she's in Flight of the Navigator. Yeah. I like both me and you went, she's in Flight of the Navigator. She's the nurse very early on in her career.
Yeah. What else has she been in?
She's in Dudley Do Right with Brandon Fraser. I bet no one's watched that.
I've seen that, I think. Family
Stone, yeah.
She's in.
Failure to Launch with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, yeah. Failure to Launch. That's not very good.
These are just off the top of my head. I'm not even looking at an IMDb.
I'm going to look at her IMDb now and see what I've missed.
She must be in loads of stuff.
I think she has been in other stuff.
But saying that, she's made so much money from Sex and the City, you're like,
she's in Mars Attacks, isn't she?
Oh yeah, she gets her head cut off and put on a dog.
She does, yeah. I can't think of anything else. I'm done now. And
okay.
There's nothing much I can see in her IMDb.
We got a couple of stories from Esteban, who emailed us.
Oh,
after listening to the Ethan Lawrence episodes. Just listen to Ethan Lawrence ep. Borderline on commode levels of loathing for The Hobbit. This is what he's telling us. Remind me of the difference of quality of story compared to Lord of the Rings, which is quite true. And then he tells me a little story, which I have a very similar story, actually. Me and the wife went to watch Lord of the Rings at the cinema on its release. She was not into it. When Freddie and Sam are wondering whether they should see the others again, it fades to black. What? What, said I. What happened? It's finished. You what? It's a trilogy. In a raised voice. Wankers! Many years and multiple viewings of this trilogy later, we went to see The Hobbit at the cinema. Halfway through, wife, this is shit. Me, yep. Wife, had enough? Me, yep, let's go.
Wow.
Just shows so much glitter you could put on a turd of a story. It's still a turd. And there was a lot of glitter.
That's fair.
I was very similar when I went and saw Lord of the Rings with my friend Sid, and he whispered to me with 5 minutes ago saying they're going to have to wrap up this quick. I was like,
I hate to break it to you, mate, but they don't.
I was like, this. I didn't tell him until the end. I was like, no, there's two more. There's two more
films
like,
to
what
go.
The fuck?
Oh dear. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I was just gonna pitch in on how crap The Hobbit feels, and also I think Lord of the Rings is a long film. Don't get me wrong, especially the extended versions. But have you ever tried to watch the extended version of The Hobbit?
I did, yes.
Yeah, fucking awful.
They are long.
It feels longer than Liz Truss was Prime Minister for. That's all I'm saying.
I love that. Guys, you know what just happened. It's great. Also, he also wrote, just listen to the Black Widow bonus episode, which
that was a while ago.
Way back.
Yeah.
Way back.
That was a long time ago.
Thank you for listening to that one. It got me thinking, and what's your feelings of okay.
You can't read.
Manipulation.
You've lost it.
Manipulation. Yeah. Okay. Got me thinking about the manipulation of box office numbers. Remember when Avatar remained best-selling movie ever, even after the release of Endgame? Yeah. They then released Endgame with added deleted scenes, which tipped them to number one. And what was that? The additional material that kept us mugs spent their hardest money on. A post-credit unfinished Hulk answering his phone after saving someone. I don't think I
saw that. No.
No, I'll tell you that. You can tell me what your opinion is, but what do you think? My only consolation is that Cameron released Avatar in China, which blew the Russos out of the water. Still enjoying your brand of chat and silliness. Keep it up. But any thoughts on that? Like this competition about numbers?
I don't really keep up with box office numbers, to be honest. I'm kind of that, belligerent kind of person who likes something or doesn't like it. Doesn't really matter if other people do or not. But I mean, the whole manipulation thing is a bit off, isn't it? Really, it's just to kind of big yourself up a bit more, isn't it? As a studio,
it is nice to have the highest grossing movie ever. And especially they've just released Avatar in the cinemas again.
Yeah, true.
So they've added a few more mil on there.
As not a fan of Avatar, it grates on me a little that it's the highest grossing movie ever, I have to say. But hey ho, there we are.
But did you go? So you didn't go watch the re-release of Endgame with the extra bit at the end?
No, I didn't. No.
No, me neither. I saw it twice.
This is going to sound bad because I like comics, but I'm just not into Marvel movies that anymore. You know, I've kind of.
But what about at the Endgame point?
Well, yeah, no, and I wasn't crazy about it then. I think I was excited for Endgame, but once I'd watched it, I wouldn't want to go back, and I've not watched it since I watched it the first time.
Guys, this is where I'm different from Rich because I was fully committed to Endgame. I talked myself into fan screenings of Infinity War and Endgame, and they were the best screenings I've ever been to.
Wow, okay.
They were amazing. And yes, I can see what they're doing. I'd be surprised if will they release Endgame again? I don't think they're going to have many more opportunities because maybe when they release the other Avengers.
I don't think I've ever watched a movie in the cinema more than once. Ever.
Have you not?
No, never.
I have, and guess what films they are?
Probably something bad. No. Star Wars? Lord of the Rings?
It's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings, I'm sure. Yeah, I thought you would have done.
I saw Two Towers like 5 times.
Okay.
Twice in a matter of hours, to be honest.
No.
Return of the King was 3-4 times.
No, I don't think I ever have. I might be wrong. If there's someone out there who knows me, can remember a time we went to the cinema together, and I said, "Oh, I've already seen this, but I don't mind going again." I can't remember that time, and it's not something I would normally do. So.
I've done that with a few films. I remember doing that with Austin Powers Goldmember. I promised 2 people to go and watch it with him. And also Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix. I saw that twice.
Yeah.
In a matter of days, and I didn't enjoy both times.
I might have watched The Philosopher's Stone twice, maybe. I don't think I would have done, because I don't think I watched it at the cinema the first time round. But I did take my wife to the 30th anniversary showing, and it was just the 2 of us in the cinema on our own.
Oh, nice. You're like, I rented this out for you.
Yeah, this is just for you. Look at all this. Look at this pull and sway that I have with my famous podcast. I could get a cinema all to myself. It wasn't pure luck at all, and that nobody wanted to watch Harry Potter because it's boring.
No.
Anyway,
well, it's coming out again at the end of this year, so you get to go watch it again.
It's coming out again.
Yeah, that's 20th year anniversary. Do you remember we had this conversation?
No, that's the next one. That's the 2, isn't it?
Oh, sorry.
The 20th anniversary was last year. That's why I took her.
I get confused. Yes, you're right. Anyway, you get to go and see the other one again.
Yeah, I get to go watch Chamber of Secrets. Well, probably won't, actually. She doesn't like Chamber of Secrets. So.
Yes, me too.
Yeah,
so the answer to your question, Esteban, is no. We don't really worry about.
But I do think it's off. I do think it's naughty of Marvel to do that.
I don't think there's that many films that are bringing that much money nowadays, just because of the way the system works and online stuff and the amount of people go to cinemas and pirating. It's very hard to get up there. Plus, there's some really shit films with over $1 billion now. The magical 1 billion club. Like really? Some of the Transformers made silly money.
Did they?
Oh. Yeah, like the shit ones.
Oh no! Michael Bay Transformers don't deserve to make 10 quid, let alone.
Well, that's why he kept coming back.
Of course.
And some of the shitty pirates as well, the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Really?
Yeah. Right then, let's move on to news. So, movie news. Do we have
I think it's like sequel news. But you do yours. It's fine.
No, yours is much better. That is correct. Pick 1, 2, 3, or 4.
2 today.
2, good, because that's the one I made you watch. They released the Creed 3 trailer. Michael B. Jordan is directing. I said, "Can you watch this, please? We can give a quick overview of the trailer and what you thought."
I watched it about 17 minutes ago.
And it also turns out you haven't seen Creed 2.
No, I don't think I have. No, I've seen Creed. I've seen the first one.
And that's good, right?
2. Yeah, the first one's good, definitely. Is Rocky in the second one? 'Cause it doesn't look like Rocky's in the third one.
Rocky is Creed 2 is Rocky 4 Part B.
Oh, right, okay.
So Ivan Drago is there in It's
right.
Drago's son versus Creed's son with Rocky.
No, I definitely haven't seen it then.
It's actually really good.
Okay.
But now
I'll make sure to watch that then.
This is the first Rocky film. I'm going to call it Rocky film without Rocky in it.
Right. Okay.
He gets a mention. Stallone's not in it. It's directed by Michael B. Jordan. It's got Jonathan Majors, who looks fucking ripped.
Ripped, yeah, absolutely. I was thought that myself.
Both of them look ripped.
I was watching it. I was like, Jesus Christ, he actually does look like he's been in prison for 10 years.
It's out in March, so we're going to cover it. So, Rich, watch Creed 2 at some point.
Yeah.
It looks like a Rocky film. It sounds like a Rocky film. It's. I got the tingles. I love these films.
Yeah, I mean, it very much looks like a classic Rocky movie. You know, two people who used to be friends and now enemies. Gonna fight out in the ring.
Do you feel the trailer gave too much away?
Yeah, I think it gave the whole movie away. Basically, a 2 minute 30 trailer is quite long anyway, but yeah, pretty much gave the whole movie away.
Yeah,
unless something major happens and one of them's a cyborg or something, but that could happen. You never know.
That would be incredible. That would be incredible. But I can't wait for this film. It's going to be on my most anticipated for next year.
Yeah,
I thought it was meant to be this year, and they kept pushing it back. But
well, they've done it with a lot of things, haven't they?
They have, but Michael B. Jordan directing. That's exciting, isn't it?
It's exciting.
That's his first. I think that's his first film.
It's his first one.
I think so. What a film! What a film to start out on.
Well, start and directing. That's not easy. I don't expect.
I think yes, but that's a very Rocky thing to do, isn't it?
It's a very Rocky thing to do. Yeah, it's the way of the Stallone.
Yeah.
3.
Okay, this is a weird one. Have you read this? They could be, legacy sequels are all the thing at the moment.
Yeah.
There is talks of a sequel to Twister.
Why? Okay. I don't remember Twister being that good.
Twister is amazing. Shut the fuck up.
Is it? Oh, disaster movie there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. Bill Paxton, Helen Hunt. It's so good. I remember seeing it in cinema. And you know why I remember seeing it in cinema? Because I remember going for a wee in the middle of it and coming back and there's a cow flying across the screen.
I do remember the cow flying across the screen, I think, yeah.
I love
Didn't
Twister.
they do it in 3D?
I think they released it at some point in 3D,
stuff,
yeah.
I think I might have watched it in 3D.
Really? When they released it in 3D, that period when they were like, oh, let's just make everything in fucking 3D?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I didn't, but there's no Bill Paxton. There's hope that Helen Hunt's going to come back to it. I think these are very early days.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I maybe need to rewatch it. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
I think Twister's a lot of fun. I'd like to, Bill Paxton is amazing, and sadly he's passed. So I think that would be a big Bill Paxton hole. But,
of course, yeah.
But I don't think it's. There's two ways they can go with it. They can go. I'm surprised they haven't been a crappy number 2 film already, like straight to DVD, kind of back in the day, or they can spend lots of money because visual effects are much better now than they were, and I think it holds up pretty well. Twister.
I don't. Like I say, I haven't seen it since
homework.
I first saw it, so maybe I need to rewatch it and come back and tell you.
It was on like ITV2 4. So like. It's one of those go-to films that's always on there.
I don't know. Like, just don't watch it. Like, I don't know.
Man, that's what put me off. Like, it's like going into the sea with Jaws. Like, hurricanes and tornadoes are terrifying now because of this film back in the day.
I mean, I think we pretty much had a hurricane yesterday with that police storm.
That was good, wasn't it?
Well, I was out. It was my stepmom's 60th birthday, and we were out last night. I came back, and we've got like a parasol thing that goes in our garden, and it's really heavy. It's one of these ones you have to wind a crank to like crank it up and down and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And it's bolted to the ground. It was 4 houses over. Like it was gone. It was like
blimey.
I know. It is not a light thing. It is, yeah. So God knows what happened there last night.
Oh wow. It was crazy. The rain was impressive and lovely. Some lovely thunder and lightning.
Yeah, better cow flew past and we didn't even see it.
Didn't even see it. 1 or 4?
4, please.
Okay. This one again. Let's put this in the camp of why. Okay. There is now going to be a third Now You See Me movie. Do you remember these?
I do.
The Magicians. Now you see me, and now you see me too.
Yeah,
it should have been called. Now you see
me again. Oh yeah,
yeah. But they just call it Now You See Me Too. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
they really missed a trick there. There's now going to be a third one.
Okay.
Director who's the Zombieland director, Ruben Fisher.
Right, okay.
I can't pronounce your
name. So him and Jesse Eisenberg have worked together.
Yes, and Woody Harrelson.
Oh yeah, Woody Harrelson. Yeah, true.
But the first one was in 2013. The second one was in 2016. I didn't think there was much clamber for a third. I mean, they're okay movies.
My sister recommended me the first one. She was like, "Go and watch this. It's a fun movie. I really enjoyed it." So I thought, well, I'll go and watch it. And I quite enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed the first one. Second one, I think the second one's a bit of a letdown, to be honest. Disappointing sequel.
It's always the way, isn't it? Like we say, there's more bad sequels than good sequels.
This is true. Yeah. So no, I wasn't overly enthusiastic about the second one. So I don't know. Who knows? Third one could pull it back. But
they have made over $600 million. The two films. So you can see why they're pushing it forward with it. But it's just a long gap, isn't it?
It's quite a long gap.
What's it? 8 years?
Yeah. Who else is in it?
Dave Franco's in it.
Right.
Mark Ruffalo, Michael Caine, Daniel Radcliffe's in the second one.
Oh yeah, he is, isn't he? He's
Morgan
the baddie,
Freeman's in the
second
first one. He is the baddie in the second one, with Michael Caine, I think. And then Isa Fisher is in the first one, but she's not in the second one.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I remember liking the first one. The second one.
It's a heist movie with magic. I mean, the premise is solid there.
It is good. It is good. I do like a heist movie.
And there's always a big twist at the end. And then you go, I saw it coming. No, you didn't.
I don't think I would have done, because I wouldn't have said I enjoyed the movie if I saw the twist coming from ages away. So, yeah, we'll see.
Well, I'm not quite sure of a date. Probably next year or year, but next. If it happens, if it takes off. Lots of movies do get cancelled. And last one, number one. And then I've got actually two things I want to run past you, okay? There is a fourth Conjuring movie in the works, starring the normal... You haven't watched any of these,
I
have you?
haven't watched any of them, no. I barely even knew there was two.
These are actually quite good, I think.
Are they?
Out of that, the Conjuring universe with The Nun and whatever.
No.
Bloody hell, Rich.
I do. Horror. Horror is my blind spot. I don't know anything about horror whatsoever.
Well, they're all based on like true stories.
True.
Stories.
Are they?
Well, there's one. The second one is the Enfield horror, the hauntings. Have you ever read about them?
Dude, I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in all that stuff. So
this is where we.
I know you do. I know because I can see where you've been borrowing my Discovery Plus subscription, so you can watch all the real life ghost hunters or whatever they're called.
No. We're better than that. We're Zach Baggins, Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures. Nothing else, because nothing else compares. Plus, but yeah, they're based on. But then they make them go hyper.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Silly. They're quite good fun in the horror franchises. They're very popcorny. There are some good scares in it.
Okay.
Because my wife doesn't really watch horror films, and we had honestly, it took us 3 days to watch the first one.
I'm very over horror right now. There's a genre.
Yes.
Having been forced to watch lots of horror, so I think I'll maybe give them a miss until next Halloween.
But when I say horror, I'm not talking bloody. Gory.
Yeah.
This is more.
Okay, that's. Oh well, that's better. Like that's fine. I don't mind a boo.
More jump
I don't
scares.
like the whole.
The stabby.
Well, no, it's not the stab. It's not even that. It's just like the body horror. If you've ever seen Hostel, that's exactly what I hate, basically.
Yeah. Or that film my brother wants us to review.
Yeah,
Terrifier 2.
Fuck that.
We're not watching it. Actually, I could have got a screener of it the other day, and I was like, no, thank you.
No, I'm not watching it. Andy, if you're listening, I'm not fucking watching it.
Right. Okay. And then the things I want to run past you, they're not sequels as such.
Okay.
But I want to run, because I know you're a big fan of one of these.
Okay.
There is going to be a Naked Gun reboot with Liam Neeson.
What? Why? Why?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
That sounds awful. Oh dear. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, I've been wrong before, but sounds shit.
Liam Neeson's very good at.
He's not funny, is he?
Well, he's done a few. What's the Seth MacFarlane comedy, The 1,000 Ways to Die in the West? He's not terrible in that.
Really didn't like it.
And he's very good at changing his career up, old Liam Neeson.
Yeah, but he's not like Frank Drebin funny, is he? He's not.
Leslie Nielsen. No.
He's not Leslie Nielsen.
It is going to be directed by one of the Lonely Islands. I can't pronounce his name.
Okay, all right.
The guy who wrote Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, which is good,
yeah,
really good,
yeah.
But Naked Gun, Leslie Nielsen, it's iconic. That's like Aeroplane and Naked Gun are literally.
I know. 33 and a Third wasn't great, but I still love it.
Yeah. Compared to other comedy films, it's very good, Rich.
We don't need it. Don't need it. No. No.
That'll give you. And the last thing is kind of a sequel, but it isn't.
Okay.
Is there's finally. Do you watch Community? Did you ever watch Community back in the day?
No, I've never seen it. I've heard it's very good. It's just one of those things that I've never got round to watching. By the time I'd heard about it, it was too late, and I'd already missed the boat, I think.
You should go back and watch it. Watch it, especially the first 2 series. After that, it gets very mixed. Okay.
Right. Okay.
But the first 2 seasons are very solid, and
Chevy
it's very
Chase,
funny.
Right? Is it Chevy Chase?
Yes, but he's only. But then they kill him off because him and the director fell out, and then the show
falls out with everyone. Yeah.
Then Dan Harmon, who does Rick and Morty at the moment, they sacked him at one point. Then they got him back for another season, and then another company bought it to do the last series. It all gets a bit weird, but there's some really excellent, interesting ideas in there, and the cast is amazing. And they've always said 6 seasons in a movie, and finally it looks like there's going to be a movie. And I tell you what, they're really fun to watch. They're on Netflix, I think, in the UK. So go check it out. And the movie, if they bring them all back, I'll be really, 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 really happy.
Sounds good.
Because they're Donald Glover.
I think that counts as a sequel. Because it's a sequel to the TV series. So yeah.
I would definitely, if we have nothing else to talk about, it's going in.
Deal.
We are going to move on to, this is going to be a quick section, Sequel Club.
Sequel Club!
I really don't, yeah. I haven't watched anything, I don't think, as in, I've watched lots of sequels, but nothing I can talk about. I'm just checking. No.
So when we're in mid-season recording, then we watch a hell of a lot of sequels. So the last thing that I want to do is sit down and watch another sequel, I think, is the main thing. But I guess I could sort of shoehorn in a midquel that I've watched.
Let's go for it. What is it?
And this may be leading to TV Club. I watched Rogue One again. Because I wanted my son's not seen it. I want my son to watch it, and he only managed about halfway through.
It is. I can imagine why.
It's too grown up for him.
And plus, you haven't made him watch Andor, have you?
No. God, no. I haven't.
Well, so that's because it's quite slow, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. No, I thought he might like it because he asked to watch a Star Wars movie that he hadn't seen before, and there wasn't much of a choice because he's seen most of them now.
Have you showed him the Ewok films yet?
No, I have not shown him the Ewok films yet, but that's
his level.
That's an idea. No, I'm going to start him on like The Bad Batch or something instead, I think.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so he's still watching Mandalorian, so he's still got. We ended up stopping Rogue One half an hour, watching a couple episodes of Mandalorian, and then I've watched the rest of Rogue One later because I like it.
Yeah, it is great, isn't it? I remember watching that in the cinema. My wife turning me at the end going, "Now that's a Star Wars film."
Yeah, it is. That's a good film.
Because the last half an hour in that is great.
Yeah, it is really good. And so I watched it because I wanted to watch it before I started watching Andor, which obviously I've started watching now, and it's very good. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah. Is this the second time you've watched Rogue One? You saw it in the cinema then?
I think it's about the 4th time I've watched it, to be honest.
Where would you rate that in other Star Wars films?
I genuinely think, other than the original 3, it's my favourite. And it might it might even challenge one of the original 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would not put it above Force Awakens.
I would. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think so. I liked it more than Force Awakens, I think.
I disagree with
I
that.
like Force Awakens. I really like Force Awakens. Don't get me wrong, but I really like Rogue One.
I liked how it was a big dance to the death kind of thing, especially if you knew how it was ending. You're like, none of these characters are coming out of this alive. No. And at that time, I didn't know that Darth Vader ended.
And I
which is fucking brilliant.
I like a dark ending. I like a...
That's dark. Yeah. I mean, also hope, because they get the message out, and eventually that's the thing that's bring down the Empire.
True.
But they're all good. When they're on the beaches and it's proper like down and dirty, and they're all...
I read about it, and originally they were going to make it that Cassian Andor survived and got away, and I'm really glad they didn't.
No, kill them all.
Yeah.
Kill them all. The blind guy, the guy with the big gun. It's all... No, I'm quite happy. I'm glad. Yeah, I've meaning to watch that recently. I didn't watch it before I started watching Andor. So okay. Let's quickly go on to Movie Club, because I think we've got watched any other movies.
Yes.
Do we have a jingle for this, by the way?
You go for it.
Movie Club.
There we go. That'll do. That's a jingle of the day. Yeah. So I watched Belfast. Bit behind the times, I suppose, because lots of people watch that.
That's why Movie Club is here. We talk about the films we haven't seen or watched.
I really enjoyed it. I think Jamie Dornan's really good in it. I think the kid's really good in it. I don't think it's possibly Oscar worthy. Like it got noms, didn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Not sure it's that good, but it's good. I enjoyed it.
It's about Kenneth Branagh's
childhood, yeah. So a very small section of his childhood, essentially, before
the Troubles.
Yeah, essentially before his family left Ireland. But yeah, it's sort of the start of the Troubles, basically, and it's very interesting and very moving. And actually, Judi Dench is very good in it too. But she's really good in everything. So.
The way you said that annoys you that she's really good.
No, it doesn't annoy me.
But have you watched Cats?
I haven't seen Cats, no. So
well, you watch Cats.
I don't want to watch Cats ever. But yeah, Belfast is really it's a good film. It's a solid watch. It's one you could watch kind of with your parents, kind of thing. I think like it's not a, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's cool. Probably not a kids' film though. So it's not for the whole family.
Okay, it looks like it should be. I've been to the cinema twice. Quickly, because I can't be able to read. Ticket to Paradise, the George Clooney, Julia Roberts rom-com.
Oh, that looks rubbish.
It's very predictable, and it looks like they had a lovely time in Bali.
I was going to say, it looks like one of those movies that everyone just went and had a holiday and happened to shoot a movie at the same time.
Yes, I think it's one of those holidays, and it's directed by Ollie Parker, who does Mamma Mia too. Spoiler. And if it wasn't George Clooney and Julia Roberts, it would be a very different movie. It would be like a Netflixy rom-com one. Yeah. It's got that Kathleen Denver in it from Booksmart.
Oh, right, yeah.
She's great in it. Billy Lord's in it as well as her best friend.
Yeah, also
Booksmart. It's got a great cast. It's just a bit cheesy and it's very predictable.
It looks cheesy.
But it does make you want to go to that. Yeah. It does make you want to go to Bali.
I think I'll wait for that to come out on streaming, maybe.
Yes, I would as well.
It's a good date movie, though. And then maybe watch it. Yeah, my wife's not into movies. She doesn't like going to the cinema, so that's, yeah.
My other one is also a date movie, because when the wife says I want to go to the cinema, I'm like, oh, brilliant. Was also Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. And I always get that wrong when I say Mrs. Paris Goes to Paris. But it's Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
Do you know what? I saw the trailer for that before another movie that I went to watch, and I didn't think it looked that bad. I thought it looked all right.
It's bloody lovely, Rich.
Is it? Good.
Yeah. Leslie Manfield is great in it, and it's very uplifting, and the dresses are very nice. That because it's Christian Dior.
Yeah.
And it's got this great warm.
Is it a true story?
Oh, I can't believe it's a true story.
You don't think it might be?
I don't think it is.
I'm going to Google it now.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it much more than I thought I was going to enjoy. I thought, oh god, doesn't look like it's up my street. It's beautifully made. Everyone's very good in it. There's points in it where it actually makes me got my emotions going because I'm getting old now and I cry at everything. Didn't quite cry, but I gave it a good go. Is it a true story, Rich?
No, sort of. It's based on real events, but the character of Mrs. Harris is fictional.
Okay. Wow.
It's based on a novel called Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
Why couldn't they have kept that name?
Because I think that's too English, isn't it? The Americans wouldn't get it.
Yeah. And the last thing I watched, new on Netflix, I'm about to say friend of the show, but he's not. Paul Feig.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
That new
sort of friend of the show. Friend of you. Your mate. Paul.
We're best friends. The School of Good and Evil. Have you watched it yet?
No, I haven't. But that's another one. It's on Netflix, isn't it? And I will watch. Oh.
If I tell you it's 2.5 hours long.
Oh, is it?
Yes, Rich. It's far too long.
Really? You're not making me want to watch it.
No, but the last, half an hour is not bad.
Okay.
And there is a world there. I think it's set on a series
of
books.
I just skip to the last half an hour and watch that?
You should watch the beginning because that kind of sets it up.
Yeah.
But there's some goings on in the middle. You just don't give a shit, really. But there is some good CGI in there, I think. Okay. Everyone again.
Is it a family movie or no, not from your face.
There is some stuff in it that could, but your boy is a tough little cookie.
Robust, yeah.
I was about to say watch it beforehand and decide, but it's 2.5 hours long.
I'm not going to do that. Talking to my boy, he did watch Venom again the other day, which he absolutely loves.
Mate, when the third one comes out, we'll get it in to review it.
We had to this teacher had to have a word with us to say, can we ask him to stop talking about Venom at school because some of the other kids are a bit scared. Okay. He's got a Halloween party on Friday and he's going dressed as Venom.
Oh. How's he feel about Spider-Man? Is he not interested? It's Venom.
Not scared. Not fussed about Spider-Man. He likes Venom. But he likes Kylo Ren. He likes Venom. He likes Slytherin in Harry Potter. He just likes the bad guys.
Wow, Rich. I don't know if you can see the signs here.
I'm the same. I like bad guys. I think movies are more interesting with a good bad guy. So,
That's true. You got anything else? You watched anything else?
I don't think I have watched anything else we can talk about, to be honest. It's been quite a busy month, and I haven't. Yeah,
you haven't had a lot of free time, have you?
No. I have. There is a TV show I want to talk about that I binged, so we can do that in a bit.
Well, let's talk. Let's go on to TV Club then. Go on.
Okay, right. Boo, TV Club. Don't know. Made that.
That's a new one, but I like it. I like the boo bit. Yeah, it's good. Because we started some of these we talked about last month that started, and now we can talk about the endings of them.
Yeah,
some of them. So you want to do those ones first?
So She-Hulk, we talked about last month. Yeah, and we talk about the ending now. What did you think of the ending?
Spoilers. Let's try and beat around the bush.
Yeah.
I liked it. I really enjoyed She-Hulk as a whole. I found it very refreshing. I haven't used that word in a while. I enjoyed the humour. I think that last episode is going to be very diverse for fans.
Yes. I like a bit of fourth wall breaking. I think that was possibly a bit too much for me.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Kevin was a little bit too much.
Yes, but in the realms of She-Hulk, I think it works.
Yeah. I think it probably did. I didn't hate it. I wasn't angry.
No.
Didn't come out
I don't know how
going,
it's going to work in the Marvel universe. If she joins in with other characters. Daredevil pops up.
Apparently there's a Daredevil movie series.
No, it's a TV series, 16 episodes long. Daredevil Reborn. Be interesting if she pops up in that.
Vincent D'Onofrio's back in it, though.
They're going to have to go darker again, like the Netflix TV series, because in She-Hulk, no spoilers, guys, it's like the PG-13 version of Daredevil.
It is definitely much, yeah, very much so. And they're in a Charlie Cox and She-Hulk Jen are in a sort of a relationship, aren't they?
We'll see what happens there. Yeah, that could carry on. But overall, it's pretty good for a Especially the episodes were only like 26 minutes long and didn't take itself very seriously.
It's pretty good. It's one I can watch with my son and not worry about it too much. He's quite happy with it. We haven't watched the last episode together yet, though. I've watched it, but he hasn't. So
let's be honest, some of the CGI is ropey.
Some of it's really ropey. Like, do not go into this expecting Marvel movie levels of CGI, because they've definitely done this at a budget.
Yes.
Like, She-Hulk does not look... She-Hulk looks like she floats around a lot of the time.
It does. And there's an introduction of a character, which is just... like, hey, this is someone, and then they're not mentioned very quickly. Like, you like blink and miss it. Yeah. I'm not quite sure, and the look of that character doesn't work for me. No. But, okay, I enjoyed... As a whole, I thought She-Hulk was great. My wife loved it, so that's always bonus points in my eyes, because...
Good.
You know...
I like
when she's watching geeky stuff. I'm like, yeah, she's enjoying this. Yes, I can make her watch more of this.
Good,
which is great.
Good. There's also Rings of Power was the other thing we started watching. I'll tell you what, Dave, it started slow.
You did, didn't it?
But I think it ended strong.
Those last 3 episodes.
I've seen a lot of people throwing a lot of hate at this TV series, and I'll tell you what, I really liked it.
I really enjoyed it by the end of it. I was well, and like you said,
this is one I did not see the twist coming, Dave. So there you go. I did not see it coming.
I was thrown out a lot while I was watching it, so I was right eventually. But there was a few. I was wrong a few times.
No, I definitely got it the wrong way round.
Man, yeah, it was great. Bring on season 2. As a massive Lord of the Rings fan, I'm more than happy.
Yeah.
I count it as a very different thing. I don't count
very different thing. Yeah, I would have. Do you know what? I'm gutted. I've got to wait for another series to come out. I want it now.
Yeah.
I just want to know what's going to happen.
I thought everyone was really good in it.
Yeah.
And the storylines really started to come together at the end.
Yeah.
And the battle was great.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
The twists were surprising and well executed.
I can understand where some of the criticism comes from, because it does take a while to get going.
Absolutely.
I think you could probably even drop an episode or two.
Yes.
From the start. So I get it, and I understand why people feel like it's then rushed a little bit at the end.
It could be 4 episodes.
It could, well, yeah.
That's what I'm hearing you say.
No, I think it could have been 2 episodes shorter at the start, and then to add those 2 episodes on towards the end to explain a few more things a bit more. But it's nice to see some of the stuff happening in the that you've seen in Lord of the Rings. You know,
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, season 2 is green lit, so it's happening.
Brilliant. So, that was my big worry, was that they weren't going to do a season 2.
It's
and I'd be sat here going, I need more!
And it's the most expensive show ever made.
Yeah, true.
I don't know what the budget's going to be the second one, but it's Amazon, so old Jeffrey can pull out a couple of billion out of his pocket and just give it away.
Of course. And so going on from the most expensive series ever made to possibly not the most expensive series ever made, but very good. Daisy May Cooper in Am I Being Unreasonable?
I have watched.
Have you seen that?
I watched the first 20 minutes of the first episode, and not just because I didn't enjoy it. It's because I watched it at like 11 o'clock at night and I was falling asleep, and I thought I better remember to watch the rest of this TV series. I haven't. I think she's great in anything.
She is great. She's really good. It was an easy watch. My wife absolutely loves her, and we watched it over like 2 days. So it's like 6 episodes. Binge watched it over a couple of days, and we got to the end of it, and my wife just looked at me and went, "What?" I think it's got a brilliant ending. I think it's got a really brilliant ending.
Set up for a second season?
I don't know, actually. I don't know. No, because it kind of wraps everything up nicely. But I mean, maybe there's a way to bring it back. But it does. You don't end it going, oh God, what's the next series going to be like? I think it's kind of. I
didn't even get to a point when there was a storyline to carry on with.
Right. Okay.
I got to the bit when they kind of just met and they were getting drunk.
You need to. Oh, mate. so much for you to go through yet.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's very good.
Andor, should we quickly mention we've both started Andor? It's a very different Star Wars TV series.
Absolutely, very much enjoying it though.
I'm digging it. A lot of people are going. It's getting a mixed reaction out there.
Is it? I thought people were liking it.
I'm reading something. Bordor. People have been calling it something that's a bit too slow.
I think Bordor is the Lord of the Rings, though, isn't
it?
No,
they've Andor, Bordor. They're trying to be smart with being boring in Andor.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Right. No,
because there's 16 episodes or something in this series. It's a long series.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying it.
No, and I like it that it's not on a fucking sand. We're seeing.
Yeah, we're seeing different. This is what we asked for. Different planets, different bits of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Far, far away.
Yeah.
Come on, give us more. Stop complaining.
I'm really digging it at the moment.
Me too. I'm enjoying it as well.
Quickly, another things I'm enjoying, and you're going to think this is a bit weird. I'm watching something called Man in the Arena, which is on Disney Plus, and it's about Tom Brady, the American football player's career.
Oh, right, okay.
Weirdly, sport documentaries really hit with me, and I don't like American football. I don't even like Tom Brady, but I'm finding this interesting.
Yeah, sports documentaries get me too. Like Welcome to Wrexham, we've talked about, haven't we?
Welcome to Wrexham, brilliant ending, by the way.
Yeah, yes.
Not for the club, but
not for the club, but brilliant for drama for the documentary. Can't wait for the next ones come out.
Yeah,
and I've also seen that there's going to be a kind of a rugby-based Drive to Survive kind of documentary coming too. So
what were the clubs that are left?
Yeah, well, all the clubs that haven't gone bust.
Fucking hell.
So crossing my fingers.
They need
for
that money. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
What else have I got on my list? Nailed It with Nicole Byers on Netflix. Have you heard the show?
That, no.
When they get bad chefs to make cakes, and you got to watch it. If you're in a bad mood, or a bit down, just watch Nicole Byers on that program. She's a fucking. I want her on the podcast. That'd be so funny.
Okay.
Other things I'm enjoying at the moment. Taskmaster's back.
Oh yeah, Taskmaster's back. Loving Taskmaster.
Still my happy place.
Yeah.
Great lineup. Mortimer and Whitehouse gone fishing.
Oh yeah, is that back? Is it? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's on Fridays. Weird time of Fridays, but again, two best mates talking about.
Show.
Oh my god, mental health, well-being, getting older. Just it's a brilliant way of going at those problems. I love it.
I was talking about detectorists with my wife the other day, and how we need a new detectorists. Because it's so good.
Mackenzie Crook, Toby Jones.
And that kind of puts me in that same kind of gentle, lovely kind of place as Mortimer and Whitehouse. So,
so good. If no one's watching that yet, you don't even have to like fishing because Bob Mortimer can't fish.
Nothing don't care about fishing. It's not about the fishing.
It's about friendship. That's what I take from it. They just really enjoy being each other's company. And it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful.
You're right. You're right.
That's all I've got on my list.
Yeah, I think that's me too, mate. We're done.
So that's pretty strong TV stuff. Hopefully next month we can have a bit more time to watch some more sequels and stuff.
This time next month, I would have watched the House of Dragons, the Game of Thrones.
Yes, me too. Starting it tonight.
Yeah, so I started it yesterday.
Also, will Walking Dead have ended?
Yes, Walking Dead, I think, will have ended by the end of November. I
can't wait to hear if they stick that landing.
If they don't stick the landing, I'm going to be Lost levels of upset.
I know you will.
I've stuck with this through thick and thin, through all the really boring, dull series around kind of series 5 and 6, when it just got a bit sloggy.
That's when I left it.
Yeah, and I've stuck with it, and I'm still there. I'm still watching. Don't fucking let me down.
Yeah. Wow. Cool.
But then there's 3 movies, aren't there? There's 3 Rick Grimes movies apparently. So.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Right. Yeah. Shall we talk about the release calendar?
Yeah. We've got there's a few things out in November, right?
Well, let's hit. I don't know if we have a jingle for this. Let me try something. Release calendar. What's coming up in the next month?
Don't let my laughing put you off, Dave. That was lovely.
Oh, that was quite good. We've actually done a little bit of planning, haven't we, on this one?
Yeah. Yeah, you've got a whiteboard and everything now. So
yeah, I've got a whiteboard and everything.
We can plan our months in advance.
I think there's I said yesterday there was only 2. I think there's 3 sequels.
Oh, okay. Maybe we do need to
Let me check on
one
quickly.
Then.
Okay. One is the Enola Holmes 2.
Yes.
With Bobby Mills
Brown.
Yeah, Bobby Mills Brown, whatever her name is, from Stranger Things.
Yeah, I very much enjoyed the first one.
Very much. Henry Cavill's in it. Helena Bonham Carter. Surprisingly, I enjoyed the first one because I wasn't expecting to.
No, me neither. But it's good.
That's coming out on the 4th of November. So we will review that the week later, probably. And then on the 11th of November, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
I mean, trailers have been really good for this.
I haven't watched any, so
I'm
deliberately avoiding them.
Really strong trailers because they've had a lot of problems filming it. We all know, sadly, Chadwick Boseman dying.
I'm hoping this is going to pick up my Marvel-ness as well because, like I said, it's waned. Since Endgame, it's definitely waned.
Fingers crossed this is the one. And then I also think The Glass Onion's out on Netflix.
Of course. Yeah, it is.
At the end of November.
Okay.
November 23rd or something, I believe.
So 3 sequels. Wow.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to fit one into this chat, but that's fine.
Okay, well, that's
and then normal films.
Normal films.
I mean, the one trailer I keep seeing in cinemas is one called Living with Bill Nighy. Bill Nighy,
yeah.
Yep, called Living. I mean, the trailers don't do anything for me, to be honest.
I mean, it's out now, isn't it? Black Adam. We've got Black Adam to watch.
Black Adam, I'm hopefully seeing tomorrow. So
I don't know if I'm going to bother. I'll see what you say. I'll see
Again,
what you think of it.
Very mixed reviews.
No, just not into DC. I'm not into DC.
I've been burnt too many times.
My sister and her husband watched it and they quite enjoyed it, but then they both didn't like the second Suicide Squad movie and liked the first one. So I'm not trusting them.
No. What else is out? After Sun is out. The Menu with Anya Taylor-Joy, Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah.
That looks quite horror-y like. So see. Now, back in the day, did you ever watch the Fletch films with Chevy Chase?
I absolutely love Fletch. The first one, I think.
Did you know there's a new one coming?
I've heard.
Confess, Fletch it's called. It's got John Hamm in it. Trailer I saw it on the cinema the other day. I was like, fuck, okay.
I think it's Chevy Chase is his absolute best as Fletch. I absolutely love that film, and I don't know. We'll see.
What else we got? We got The Strange World, which is the new Disney animation one coming with Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah. We got Matilda the musical from the. We've said this before, so it's the musical based on the book. So this film is based on the musical that's based on the book.
Yeah.
Okay, we've also got a film called She Said, which looks really good, which is about the Harvey Weinstein controversy, him being the worst person in the human race.
Garbage, yeah.
Yep. Bones and All, from the director of Call Me By Your Name and Bigger Splash. I mean... Lots of films.
Lots of stuff. I guess that'll all hit streaming around Christmas time, which is why they kind of go for it. I guess maybe.
Yes. But that's it for release stuff. So, but there are sequels. So, thank sequel gods.
Thank you for making sequels.
We are doing an anniversary edition.
Are we? What are we doing?
Can we tell?
No. Probably not.
Can
we give him a clue?
Well, you can give him a clue, yeah.
I don't think we're going to like it.
Good clue. Rich, can you see us out and give us some rather important information as well?
Yeah, of course. We've got some new information. We've signed up to a new thing called Another Slice, and it's sort of like you'll have heard about, if you're a regular podcast listener, you'll have heard about Patreon, and this is a kind of a better version of Patreon. Essentially, you can pay a monthly subscription of just $2.99 a month. We're very, very cheap because, let's be honest, we're not professionals. So we're at a very, very cheap subscription price, and that will get you loads and loads of extra content. But what we'd like to do is, if you'd like to give us some suggestions of extra content that you'd like to hear, we'd like to kind of tailor it to what you want to hear. So do let us know. Get in touch on the socials at Unequal Sequel on Instagram and Twitter. And we're unequalsequel@hotmail.com on the emails. And we're unequalsequel.com on our website. Dave, what's the website for Another Slice?
www.anotherslice.com/unequal sequel. Can I just point out our regular episodes are not going behind a paywall.
No, don't worry. Regular episodes, you will still get them. We'll still be here for free. This is just people that want that extra, essentially. So extra questions we've asked all our guests, extra bits of content from us, extra things we might want to talk about. Maybe we'll do a movie quiz. Maybe we'll do a watch along. Just some of that extra subscription stuff. If you want to take it up another level of unequal sequely goodness, then Another Slice is the place for you. Don't worry. All of our interview episodes will stay free forever, and all of these extra episodes will stay free forever too. So Don't worry, you won't have to pay for this stuff. This is just if you want even more of us.
When you say it like that, you make it sound like a bad thing.
If you do want even more of us, and you've not listened to all of our other episodes, you can go back. There's a whole big old back catalogue to listen to, loads of series. We're in the middle of series 4 of our interview episodes as well, so make sure you check those out. While you're there, click the little subscribe button, click the auto download button, and it will drop into your pod shop of choice every single week. Also, while you're there, if you wouldn't mind giving us a little rating, 5 stars, little heart, little tick, type us out a review on Apple Podcasts. We would love that. That'd be great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you, Rich.
Also,
Thank you.
Tell your friends. Tell your friends.
Yes, tell them.
Yeah.
And tell your friends to tell their friends.
And their friends. And their friends. And then we'll have all the listeners in the world.
Sounds quite evil. Yeah, and also keep sending in your questions for these end of months, not end of season. Bloody hell, end of month. Your editing's going to be.
I've got so much to because I said I would edit this episode. We're just fucking up on purpose now, aren't we?
Yeah. So yeah, get in contact. Check out anotherslice.com/unequal. We really want to tailor it towards our listeners. So. I'm about to say fans, but that makes me sound like an absolute prick. So, yes, let us know. We're going to try and get you involved as much as we humanly possible.
Yeah, definitely.
And around the time we've got. So, please, please, please. We're really excited about it, actually. We've got some actually funny ideas and stuff. I've got nothing else to say. Rich, you got anything else to say?
No, that's it for me.
It is. Okay, it's see you later, suckers, from me. See you later, suckers.
Polite.
Well, I was trying to think. And it is a goodbye from him.
Bye!
Yeah, be careful out there. It's raining. It might flood. So don't go outside.
It's not anymore.
It was fucking pissing it down a minute ago. It's not anymore, though. See you next time. Bye.